I'm Mrs. Soriano, third grade Murray Elementary School teacher. I've had several teachers that have had a positive impact towards me in my teaching career. Nevertheless, there's one that stands out. Her name is Mrs. Kian. She was my fourth grade elementary school teacher at St. Francis of Rome School. Boy, do I remember have wonderful memories of this Mrs. Kian, my fourth grade teacher. I enjoyed coming to school every day to learn from her. I was always like, what am I going to learn next? But one thing I do like to say is that she was very creative in the arts. She enjoyed teaching us how to square dance. Imagine learning how to square dance in fourth grade. That was so exciting. She also taught us how to write poetry. I enjoyed writing poetry. Even though sometimes, it was a struggle. It was a struggle. I had hard times sometimes, but it was okay. I mean, I took my paper up to her and she said, okay, you still need to work on this. And as a teacher, I feel that it's okay, for my students to also learn from their mistakes. And that's one thing that I learned from her. It's okay to make mistakes. Another thing I saw from my teacher, Mrs. Kian, or that I learned from her, is that she had wonderful, wonderful classroom management skills. And she had that class listening to her. And that's something that needs to be in place in order for the students to succeed and to learn. That needs to be in place. One other thing that I saw in Mrs. Kian, she was very empathetic, very understanding. As a student growing up, I was very shy and timid to speak in front of a public audience. That was something, I would get so nervous, my hands would be sweaty, I could feel my heart pumping. And she understood that. She understood and she believed in me. She gave me positive encouragement. And I like to take that with my students because I know there's several students that struggle with that public speaking. And I share with them, that's okay to be nervous. It's part of the learning process. Now, this Mrs. Kian, she was very wonderful. She always had wonderful integrity. She believed in our students' success and she pushed forward. She wanted us to succeed and to work hard for our grades. I as a third grade teacher, I feel that Mrs. Kian has made a great impact on me. And I want my students to know that as a teacher, I also care for them and I feel that they need to succeed and I want to serve as a positive role model for them. And it's okay to make mistakes. Okay, it's part of the learning process. And these are wonderful skills that I believe that Mrs. Kian has built in me. And I want to also, I wonder how she is right now. I hope she's doing well. Thank you, Mrs. Kian, for being a positive role model for me and for being very insightful.